Hey everyone, welcome back to JDB Selects. Another great week of finals football, despite both games being rather one-sided. If you haven't already, please like the video and hit the subscribe button. We've also launched our new Facebook group, JDB Selectors, so make sure to join for your chance to be involved in the videos and share your tips and punts with other subscribers. The link is in the description below, but you can find me anywhere by searching for JDB Selects. Now before we get stuck into this week's two preliminary finals, let's look back at last week's semi-finals. The Parramatta Eels are through to their first preliminary final since 2009 by slaying the Raiders 40-4 in a first-half blitz in front of their home fans. The Eels had 63% of possession in the first half and should have kept the Raiders scoreless, if it weren't for a brilliant solo effort try from Xavier Savage. Parramatta was a class above Canberra with Dylan Brown, Clint Gutherson, Mitchell Moses and Junior Paulo all stepping up when it mattered most. The Eels will now face the North Queensland Cowboys up in Townsville, with both sides looking to book their tickets to the big dance for the first time since 2009 and 2017 respectively. And in the other semi-final, the South Sydney Rabbitohs ended the Cronulla Sharks premiership hopes 38-12. In similar fashion to the Eels-Raiders game, the Rabbits blitzed the Sharks in the first 40 to go into the break 18 points ahead, which for the Sharks was always going to be a hard ask to peg back. It was a scrappy contest, riddled with errors, and both sides could only manage 60% completion rates. South Sydney will now face the Penrith Panthers in a rematch of last year's grand final, and if they are to be any chance, they will need to fix their handling errors before the weekend. And now moving to the first preliminary final of 2022, as the North Queensland Cowboys host the Parramatta Eels at Queensland Country Bank Stadium, Townsville. The Cowboys enjoyed a week off following their thrilling 93-minute Golden Point victory over the Cronulla Sharks. The two sides were tied up 30-all at the end of regulation time thanks to a late try from Jason Taumalolo. The two sides traded sets right up to the 92nd minute until Valentine Holmes stepped up and drilled a 45-metre field goal to send his side into the preliminary final. The Parramatta Eels are through to their first preliminary final since 2009 by beating the Raiders 40-4. Parramatta was a class above Canberra in both attack and defence as they completely shut the Raiders out of the game. These two sides only met once in the regular season, and the Cowboys dominated the Eels 35-4 in Darwin. The Cowboys have an outstanding record over the Eels in Townsville, having won 11 of the past 13 games there. The Eels last beat the Cowboys in Townsville way back in 2017. North Queensland have also won 8 of the past 9 games in Townsville against all opposition. The stats suggest that it's likely a blowout when these sides met, as the average winning margin is 20 points, and only 3 of the past 10 games have been decided by 16 points or less. Because of that, I am going to take the Cowboys 13+. I think having a week off is a big edge, and once you factor in the home game advantage, the winning record at home and the Eels' ability to be hot and cold, I think that it all points to a Cowboys victory. And the second to last game of the season has the Penrith Panthers taking on the South Sydney Rabbitohs at Accor Stadium, Sydney. The Panthers finally got their revenge against the Parramatta Eels in week 1 of the finals, to secure a crucial week off. The game was on a knife edge for the first 40 minutes, with both teams only able to cross the white line once before a first half drop goal from Cleary gave the home side the lead going into the sheds. The second half was a different story though, as the Panthers held the visitors try less while nabbing 3 of their own. The Eels could only manage a 50% completion rate in the second 40, which sealed their fate. The Rabbitohs secured consecutive prelim final appearances with a dominant 38-12 win over the Cronulla Sharks. South Sydney welcomed the return of Cam Murray, who had an absolute night out, racking up just shy of 150 running metres, 5 tackle breaks, a try assist and a try of his own. But the victory wasn't without casualties though, as Alex Johnston, Silver Havili and Jai Arrow all finished the game on the bench with injury niggles. The Panthers have won 8 of the past 9 games against South Sydney, including 2 wins already this season. The Panthers have also won 6 of their last 7 trips to Accor Stadium and haven't lost to the Rabbits there since 2017. Despite the X-Factor South Sydney posses, I don't see how you can go past the Panthers in this one, so I'm going to tip the Panthers 1-12. I think Souths can be competitive but ultimately come up short against the defending premiers. So in summary, I think Cowboys will be far too strong at home for the Eels, so I'm taking them 13+, and I think the 2021 Grand Final rematch would result with another Panthers win by 1-12 points. I will be doing more in-depth breakdowns for the games this week once the teams are named, so keep an eye out of those later in the week. Otherwise, enjoy the finals footy, and I'll catch you all next week for the final NRL breakdown of the year.